Hey, welcome back, YouTube. So we're in an Isu ruin here. Whoa. Just before the cutscene, I hit record.
Hello? Ikaros! Traitor.
Greetings, Cassandra. Welcome to Atlantis.
This is Pythagoras.
Atlantis? Impossible. I thought it was just a myth.
There are many secrets in this world that are hidden behind myth and legend.
And who are you?
My name is Pythagoras. I'm your father.
Pythagoras. That doesn't make any sense. He died decades ago.
Yes, almost a century if memory serves. And yet, here I am, standing before you.
And Icarus is...
My oldest and dearest friend. I sent him to watch over you. And now, here you are.
I've traveled a long way to meet my real father. You?
You were not sent here for a family reunion. There are bigger things at stake.
Why was I sent here? What's my role in all of this? I want answers.
There is knowledge in this place. Powerful knowledge. In the wrong hands, its secrets could bring about the downfall of humanity. We cannot allow others to discover this place. We must find a way to seal it from the world forever.
I don't understand any of this. I'm a warrior, not a scholar.
We all have a purpose, Cassandra. Yours was to help me protect the secrets of Atlantis.
You're right. We must save the Greek world from itself.
Above all things, trust yourself. You're capable of greatness.
I'll do my best.
The answers I seek are behind these mechanisms. They are sealed, and the artifacts to open them are missing.
So, I need to find the artifacts and return them to Atlantis.
I've collected information that hints at where these artifacts may be located. However, they are incredibly powerful. They corrupt the minds of lesser people and possess a will to defend themselves.
I'll bring them back. But I still have questions for you.
And I have answers. For now, though, take this. It's part of a key to access an artifact that is hidden in Viotia. I have an ally trying to find the second half as we speak.
Would this be a good time to mention that Atlantis is a DLC they have planned for this game? Oh, now we go back to the modern era.
Theata! We found Atlantis!
Atlantis? Let me check your vitals. You're delirious.
We've been searching for an Isu artifact with reality-bending powers, and this bothers you?
Pythagoras was born around 570 BCE. That would make the man in that cave nearly 150 years old. What could possibly be keeping him alive?
The staff of Hermes Trismegistus!
Mrs. San, you were right. I'll help you pack up the gear.
Thanks. Let's roll out.
What? And then the credits roll. Is that seriously the only modern day stuff you're doing? Boss Baby, the core combat gameplay is just bad. And that's the core combat gameplay. It's hard to get away from it.
I've reached the coordinates. The series of caves we detected should be right under me. My equipment's ready. Preparing to dive.
Layla, you have no idea what's down there. There could be sharks.
I prefer that to Templars.
We'll keep an eye out for Abstergo. Good luck, Layla.
Thanks. I'm heading down now. There has to be a way in. I'll find it. There! That must be the way in.
Dare
Are
I?
you all still reading me? It's awfully quiet on comms.
We hear you, Layla.
Thanks. It's just so silent down here.
You're not alone, Layla. We're monitoring your progress. You're doing fine.
Yeah, we're here if you need us.
Said there's nothing sitting at the desk.
Well, I don't have to be on a boat to be useful. I have loads of information on ancient Greece. Did you know that at Zakros, the Minoans built a graveyard so huge it was known as the Ravine of the Dead?
Can we please not talk about death?
Elena, promise me that if I die down here, you'll rename this place the Caves of the Dead.
I'm on it.
People!
So I was about to say, we might have the beginnings of something actually interesting here. We'll see. Note this is the same basic area I just went through. Crabs. Poor people. Lights are off this time. I mean, it has been almost 2 millennia. And by almost, I mean over 2 millennia.
I'm gonna miss the London Loft. I really like the view.
Miss it. Why can't you go back?
Didn't you read Kyoshi's report? Abstergo's already swept through it. It's compromised.
No, I've been busy researching Theta. Kiyoshi, are you alright?
Of course. After clearing out the last of her gear, I observed the infiltration from a distance.
Did they pick up the present I left?
Yes, they found the USB key you dropped under the desk. Nice tactic.
No one at Abstergo will be stupid enough to stick that in a computer.
They don't have to. It's a shell holding one of my special RFID transmitters. Get it anywhere near a workstation, like, say, in the head of security's office, and boom.
Impressive.
All in a day's hack. Wow! It's more elaborate than I could have imagined.
You literally just saw this. Literally just saw this.
How did they build all this? What I wouldn't pay for an Isu toolbox.
Well, it's gonna cost your soul, so...
This is different from Egypt. Some aesthetic elements in common, but...
Who? Chavez? There's Atlantis. And then Pythagoras shows up and is like, hi!
This diving suit before I start exploring.
And he says, hey, I've got a theory. Sorry. You were wearing that under... Never mind.
It's real. I made it. Layla to Altair 2? I'm in. Do you have visuals?
Yes. By the gods, Layla, it's Atlantis.
How are you feeling? Any nausea from the pressure change?
No, I'm fine. These rooms are amazing. Think, Layla, think. There must be a way. Something has to power up this place. I'm re-entering the Animus. I need Cassandra to show me how she got farther inside.
What? Alright, I found Atlantis. I'm gonna go take an Animus thing and go do a side quest. Or buy a DLC. So there's the quest to go get the pieces for Atlantis. Oh my god, the pacing. I'm going to codify the pacing negative. Everything about that scene I just watched, everything about that just really emphasizes my point. about the pacing of this story. Yikes. I mean, just... I don't even know how to mock it. All I do is repeat what it already did. Hey, I found Atlantis! Oh no, you're crazy! We're trying to find the Staff of Doom, and you think this is crazy? Alright, let's go. Loading screen. Okay, we're swimming into the Atlantis portal now. Banter, banter, banter. I found it! But I need more information from the Animus. I'm done. I'm done! No, I'm back. I'm back. What time is it? Alright, so it's usually about quitting time anyways. Let's check that vote, shall we? So, right now, I've had 61 people vote, and given my average viewership is about 70-ish, that's probably a decent thing. If anybody hasn't voted, now is pretty much your last chance to do so. I'll give you a couple more seconds to do so while I look at something here. Oh god, you're right, Joven. She comes out, I'm delirious. No. You know what would really screw everything up? Imagine, like, they get to some big weird thing and, like, aliens invade and just all sorts of weird crap happens, right? And then, bam! Desmond wakes up. Oh my god. See you around, Tessie. Just like, well, shoot. This is it, last chance. Very last chance. Alright, Just Quit is winning. By 3 votes. However, several people also say, just give up on the main quest, but do side quests for a day. And several people say, just give up and come back, you know, when the game is more accessible, which means either, you know, the game has cheats available, or if they've gotten rid of the thing, or they've leveled it down, or something. The staff of Hermes Trismegistus, something like that? No, I give up. I don't like this game. I don't like the story of this game. It's boring. Very few of the characters are interesting enough for me to care about them at all. The most engaging character so far has been Barsabas. Mireni looked like she was going to be an interesting character, and then they turned her into a one-track vengeful person. Out of nowhere. No development, just all of a sudden, stabby! Cassandra herself is a piece of cardboard. Demos is a piece of cardboard who happens to have the asterisk of crazy next to him. I mean... 5 points of story. 6 points of story, actually. Plot. Well, the modern day plot is stupid. The past plot of trying to reunite with her family is clunky, poorly explained, poorly invested in, and basically has no real relevance on anything. The actual Peloponnesian War might as well not even be there, based on the way they've been producing the game. Characterization. I think I already covered that one. Character arc. Covered that one, too. Even the characters I kind of like don't have a character arc in this one. Then we have theme. What the hell's the theme of this game? I'm kidding. I know what the theme of this game. The theme of this game is family and forgiveness. No, I'm serious. That is actually the theme. It's the theme is the dichotomy between vengefulness and forgiveness. Not really well executed or presented, but it's there. Then we have setting. You'd think 480 BC Aegean Sea, or Aegean Sea, or however the hell you're supposed to say that, would be an awesome setting, but so far, I find myself falling asleep at the world building going on. Sixth point of story. Fun. I do not enjoy this story. And I think I've made my complaints about the gameplay well known. So, for the first time ever, I have to give an Assassin's Creed game a stamp of not recommended. That makes me sad. If I could cheat, I'd be willing to push through the main story, but I can't. I mean, I could try one last time right now. It's not going to work, but I can try. Here, hang on. Get rid of the AMA thing. Nope, same issue. Same issue. What's funny is I've been to most of the world now that I'm looking around. Like, there's several islands I haven't touched, but for the most part, I've been basically everywhere. I wonder how close I am to the end game. Give me a second. Yeah, it's just a poorly constructed game. In terms of gameplay and in terms of story. Well, 50, the Isle of Lesbos, Chios, and that's it, are level 50 zones. I'm pretty sure level 50 is the level cap. That's nice, go away. What is my current main quest? Okay. Give me a second. I'm trying to find where we are on this walkthrough. Failing so far. Okay, I'm apparently ahead of this walkthrough writer, because the last step he has is Home Sweet Home, which is back when we first came to Sparta, which I'm several steps past that at this point. Kind of trying to figure out where I am in the main story. I'm actually curious. Where to find El Pinor? Yeah, I'm a little past that. One second. I can found it. Maybe? It freely admits there are chapter quests, but it doesn't say which chapter they are. Well, anyways, let me look up something else here. Okay, here we go. I am in Chapter 7. Chapter 9 is the last chapter of the main stuff. Okay. The next thing that would happen would be that the cult would kidnap me, and I would have to work with Deimos or fight against Deimos. And then the final chapter would be the final confrontation with Deimos. Yay. Sorry. I'm still looking up a couple things, trying to find any other information, but that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Let's look at our numbers. So, there was a story aggregate for Phoebe's death and for the reunification with the mother. That was some good stuff. It's the only two good scenes in the entire game. Story negatives. The story is boring, and I'm just completely uninvested in it. It meanders, which removes the point of strength, emotion, investment. The main character is a non-character. It has no investment or motivation for the main character. The dialogue rigging is obvious, jarring, not well executed, and actively detracts from scenes. I am multiple days into the game, and it continues to be just as bad and has yet to get interesting. As I just mentioned, I'm at 7 of 9, and the pacing is awful. Also, I'm going to add one more story negative. Wanted to quit. Hear me out. So that's a net -7 on story. Gameplay positives. The options, the HUD features, the frequency of the music, that's good stuff. The HUD is actually fairly good. The UI is fairly good. Good convenience, good at a glance, fairly well designed to help you keep informed. The Eagle is still good. The Eagle still is an excellent aspect of the gameplay. The music, its dynamic Yoshi drums approach when it comes to areas and what's not, that kind of thing. The variety of the weapons and the significantly different playstyle for each weapon, that's good. The mercenary system, overall, I felt was good, with different weaknesses and strengths, the ability to recruit them hunting you, them responding directly to wanted level, and the super high-level mercs who will not aggro you unless you aggro them. The ship gameplay is fun, with minor customizations in cosmetics and lieutenants, and the combat itself being enjoyable. And the fact that falling damage was usable as a way to bypass the level barrier and was also fun. I also gave an aggregate for other minor points, including the method by which they respawned enemies, which was slow, the ability to sequence break and the accommodations of sequence breaking, the convenience of the interface and the ability to equip, compare, and break down in menu, and the ability to respec quickly and conveniently. Gameplay negatives. The difficulty, it just changes enemy damage and nothing else, which is boring, dumb, and disinteresting. The stat gating is awful. The lack of a proper progression curve is additionally awful. The continued hassle of stat gating throughout the story. The design of the game feeling weighted down in almost every respect in service of the real money store. The core gameplay is just not fun. The core gameplay continued to not be fun. And Wanted to quit. So that is, that is a net +1 on gameplay. Change this up a little, make this more clear. The wanted to quit is obvious, but just to make that clear. There's our score. If I can add one final note here. When I woke up this morning, I was like, alright. Then I went and I started working on some theater stuff for Lower Walker Theater, and I was like, alright, theater. That'll be fun and interesting. And so I pushed my way through, and I got several sections of Chapter 5 done, and I was really happy with the progressive. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. I'm with it. And then I was like, okay, I need to eat. I need to eat breakfast. So I got breakfast together. And as I was over pulling out some of the stew out of the crock pot, I realized I would have to play this game as soon as, as soon as 10 a.m. rolled around. And my entire mood just plummeted. I was actually dreading playing this game again this morning. I don't know what else to say about that. No, G-Gamer, I gave up. We're quitting. We're done. I apologize to everyone. I apologize to everyone for this failed premiere run. I apologize to Maz. I apologize to Vigilant. I apologize to Jason Bauer. And I apologize to whoever the last person is. I can't remember right now. Catabo. For all of you who have actually donated specifically for this premiere run, I do apologize. So. Oh yeah. And just to make this really, really clear. Anyways. I'm going to go ahead and chop off the recording. I'm really looking forward to the YouTube comments on this one.